How's it going, everybody? I was almost gonna put off putting this video up for today, but you know what? I was really thinking a lot about it. So, welcome back, guys. Matt here. Welcome back to the channel. Good evening, good morning, whatever time it is for you guys. I appreciate that you guys are tuning in and you're here. So, yeah, what I've been really thinking about lately a lot, which I really learned and I'm still continuing to learn, is all about like patience. And it's nothing really comes as fast as you think. What I've learned anyway, through my 27 years so far of existence, is that you may put in a lot of hard work and it may feel like nothing's happening, like you're not going anywhere. You might feel like all of this work that you're putting in might be a waste of time. It might not lead to anything. You might think that. But in my case, since recently that I got this new offer and this new job that um, I believe um, was a step above my previous job, which it is. But that was all, I earned it from the hard work I put in previously at my other position. So it took quite a bit though. I'm not gonna lie. Like the amount of work I put in and the time I did it in, I was always, during that period of time, it really tested my patience because I did not see any results. I didn't feel like I was making any progress. I'm like, I'm doing all this work. I'm working my ass off here. I'm doing double the amount of work from, taking on a leadership role, which I really shouldn't have been taking on, especially, at the rate, at the wage I was getting paid. Like it didn't really make sense. But you know what? For some reason, I said to myself, I have to make a good impression here and put myself through this so that later on it's going to pay off. And here we are, in the next week, I'm going to be out of here. I'm going to be starting this new position. And it's what I've been really asking for. Like it's what it's the universe has definitely led me in this direction for now. Now I think I'm capable of so much more. And I'm not saying that out of ego, but there's days where I'm like, I wish, like, the way I think, my thinking process, my ideas and stuff that I have, the way I pick up on patterns and stuff. I'm really intelligent. Sometimes I think too intelligent for my own good. Like I just I don't, and that causes its own problems in by itself because you then tend to really overanalyze and overthink. I don't know what the phrase is, but I think oh yeah, it's what does it go? Analysis by paralysis. Is that right? Something along those lines. If I made a mistake, just correct me below in the comments. But something along those lines where you tend to really overthink things and then you miss the entire picture. I think that's kind of the same analogy. I'm not sure. Sorry, it's a bit late. And again, I was kind of on the verge of not doing this kind of video, but I really wanted to talk about that. There's going to be moments, especially if you're pursuing a career that you feel is going to propel you forward. There's going to be moments where you'll put in the work, which I did, for the last 3 years, and you'll just be like, you'll not only not only will you not think you're getting anywhere, but you won't see anything. You won't see any type of reward. You won't see any type of acknowledgement. I mean, the work I put in, man, at my other position, man, I did so much. But and the crazy thing is that after all that effort and the way I managed to kind of keep things together in that position, I didn't get any recognition for it. Nothing. No appreciation. No thank yous. Nothing. But I said deep down, I know I did this for a reason, and it's gonna take some time. But here's the thing, I wasn't thinking about that during those moments. I was frustrated. I was angry. I was like, I did all that. I did all that. I put so much effort. and I don't see any results. I see nothing. And now I can say that after 3 years, um, I got rewarded. Like that's just how the universe works in that type of situation. Um, at least for me, at least what I can say for my case, there's people that end up winning the lottery. They end up just getting lucky and that type of stuff and whatever they're doing. But in terms of putting in work, it takes a while. It takes a while to see the results for sure. And I'm sure I'm not done yet. I got way more to go. But this I have to say this job that I have here is going to really set up a good, solid um, financial foundation for myself because I'll be pretty much living rent free where I'm at. Everything's taken care of, room and board wise, and I'm gonna get to save pretty much all of that money. So that's gonna be great. And yeah, so just what I would say to people out there. I don't know how old you guys are. I'm not sure about my audience, but I kind of want to kind of gear it towards my generation, Gen Z. Um, I'm not going to group everybody into this, that everybody in our generation is lazy because there's a lot of hard workers. Like I've seen it in a lot of places I've worked at. Like, we were really trying to get, you know, get things together, and then obviously you have the other side where, you know, our generation tends to be really lazy, not wanting to work, which I can understand that with the way things are in the economy and whatnot. But I still see, a good chunk of my generation that is putting in the work. But unfortunately, it just seems that, you know, there's no payoff yet, right? But, everybody's circumstance is different. But for me, it's taken about a good 3 years to now see the results, which I was hoping for during those moments that would, so if you're in that situation, I just say just be patient. Like things are gonna like patience is the key. And it's really tough because you want to see the results. You want to see the results. In my case, I wanted to see them fast. I wanted to see them, within the next year. I'm like, I put in all this work this year, next year it's gonna pay off. And it didn't. I had to keep putting in the work, and then I thought the other year was gonna pay off. And then I went through a lot of mental health struggles, and here I am now. It's still quite unbelievable how it all played out. This is going to definitely be a story later on in my life that I'm going to tell people because the way it played out, I don't believe in coincidences. Like everything has led me to this point for a specific reason, and I'm going to look back on these videos and all my videos for sure and say to myself, okay, like this is where I started, and this is where the force, whatever you want to call it, because I don't know if any of you out there are religious, but just whatever universe, higher power definitely leads you in the direction where you're supposed to go in your life. So I hope this was a good video for you guys, and I'm gonna go to bed because I'm pretty tired, but I just thought that I'd get some of these thoughts out. So hope you guys have a good night or good morning or whatever time it is, and I'll see you guys next video. Thank you.